Okay, it's about, I don't know, going on for 1:30 in the morning. It woke me up and I couldn't get back to sleep, so I guess I'm doing it. Um, there's a lot going on in there. Well, maybe you lot don't know, because in England it's not a happy place right now, I'm afraid. So let's see what they've got in store for us, shall we? August the 2nd. Venus squares Uranus, so love and war. Mars sextiles Moon's north node. Expect an unusual event. Avoid taking other people's actions personally unless you're asked to find a solution. Moon in Cancer. So in other words, keep your nose out if it's not to do with you. So I've got a strange song as well. It's The Changing Guard at Buckingham Palace. So Alice again. We've been talking about Alice for weeks. We've got seems to be about a week, 2 weeks lag. So this could be for a week from now, or it could be immediate. I don't know, but they are certainly hitting the spot, and I know they are because I'm getting a lot of warnings on my social media, stuff like that. So if I do go again, which might well be possible the way things are going, because it's becoming a bit of a dictatorship here, I'm afraid. I will pop up somewhere and I'll try and find you all. That's all I can say. Because they are going to hit social media. So, yeah, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what we're going to do. But if I do leave you, know that I'm thinking of you, and that you've got to stay strong and remember everything I've told you. Because this too shall pass. The cycles, remember the fool's journey? Everything goes round in circles, and as long as you do the right thing at all times, you'll be fine. And don't lose hope. Okay? So that being said, changing guard at Buckingham Palace. Yesterday there was talk about Prince William, wasn't there, and Kate in the song. So maybe there's something going on with the royals in the next couple of weeks. For the bigger picture. For us, it'll be something closer to home. So, let's see. It's better doing it now anyway, it's not so hot. Watch out for weather, because yesterday there was talking about tornadoes and stuff, weren't they? So watch out for that. Odd weather. That can also mean chaos, so just stand in the eye of the storm and let the chaos rage around you. You'll be fine. Oh, yeah, it's Giba, the gift. So don't make any agreements under duress, don't sign anything under duress. But be grateful for every gift that comes your way, be it a blessing or a lesson, and you'll be fine. I don't think we're going to be able to beat yesterday's, because that was just amazing. It really was. We've got Libra. we've got 11th house of wishes and dreams, the chaos, and from the chaos comes order, and Saturn, the truth. So truth is coming out now, and they're not going to like it. So let's see if the High Priestess is upright, because that secret's coming out. She wanted to come out yesterday. She was in every cut. So we'll see what she's got to tell us. Because she knows everything, but unfortunately, High Priestess is mute. She can't speak always. She's censored, just like me. And as you know, it's my card. So anybody born on the 2nd or the 29th, you share that card with me. So it's the 2nd of August 2024. Let's see what they want us to know. Oh, she's in the last pile, so she knows I'm doing it the day before. Well, early hours of the morning. So it's later on tonight that we're going to wear something. If not, in the next couple of days, because it's the last pile. So it's not urgent, but we do need to know about it. And the truth is coming out, because she's in the upright. Well done, Spirit. So force fields up. Put your protection bubble there. I've posted something on the community tab. It's called Posts now. About the guided meditation to put your protection bubble up so that nothing can get at you. Energy, vampires, anything. This is about not letting negativity into your aura, be it financial, emotional, spiritual, mental, or physical. Don't take anything in by mouth that's negative or into your body as injections, or let anything negative out of your mouth as in words written or spoken. Be very careful that it's positive. It's a neutral card, so we're not going to go anymore unless she comes out again. There are unreliable, unpredictable friends and finances. This is Taurus energy, which is connected to Saturn. So those in uniform especially, those of a darker complexion, those finances not improving in any way. They're unreliable and unpredictable. So career and finance. Taurus also neck and throat. They've been talking about Judgment Day a lot. Something needs to be settled once and for all. We cannot avoid it. The name Joshua, Archangel Raphael, the number 20, be it door number, birthday, passing, whatever it is, Scorpio and Aries. It's about teeth, knees, bones and geriatric issues. We have enemies, and those enemies may well be ourselves. It is negative words, thoughts, rapid communications, all in the negative. Mercury, Gemini. 21st of May to 21st of June, and that's the 21st of April to 21st of May. So that period, for some reason, is important. Taurus, the neck and throat again, negative energy. Nothing can grow in barren lands. We are stagnating. She is all about the earth, Mother Earth, the mothers, arguments with women, mothers, mother-in-laws, mothers of your children. Infertility, terminations of contracts, friendships, pregnancies, miscarriages, and if that's the case, I'm very sorry. The crops failing. Again, we've got the eagle, the Aries and the Scorpio. The military, the 31st November, the 11th, the name Poppy, and Memorial Days. We have to find the strength from deep in our soul. This is a power struggle, and we have to show that all we have to do is stand up, and then the game is won. Could be an internal struggle or an external one. Possibly with the Leo, because this is the Leo card. But more than anything, it is power struggles. And we are strong enough, even if we don't believe it. 8 or 26, positive energy. So the 8th of this month, or the 26th of this month, door numbers, birthdays, etc. Your mother may have been, that may be the day that she passed. She's letting you know she's here. You are strong enough. But there is a stagnation period where we have come to a full stop. It is also the explosive events again, the Manchester bomber, the terrorism, the crops, because he's got the wheat in there, the military, those in uniform, those of a dark complexion, those with a scar on the leg, the limp or the amputation. This is hell will freeze over before you get an apology, so don't expect one. Nor should you apologise for who you are. Those walls have to come down. We have to destroy something before we can make it right, before we can heal. There is no healing taking place at the minute. We've just stagnated. So use your voice and stand up. The lion could be England. It could be Rex, which is royalty. Oh, thank God for that. So this is about those contracts. Don't sign anything. Don't agree to anything under duress. This is coming out of a toxic situation. The gaslighting that we've been experiencing, either personally or globally, it has to end. Break the shackles free from the hands and feet. Don't try and keep up with the Joneses. Don't sell your soul to the devil. Persephone was married to the devil. She was kidnapped, so kidnapped victims may be being released. I hope so. So she was forced into something that she didn't want. And she came back from the gates of hell. So will we. 15, positive energy. There she is. So if I stop the read now, you would have everything you need to know. The psychic, the tarot reader, the empath. This is someone that knows everything, can't speak everything. This is, like I said, putting up your force fields, not allowing the negative energy to influence you, to speak your truth and be damned. So 2 or 29 and the number 11, which we've got in the dice. The Romanes, the travellers, the carnival people. The day the carnival comes to town, where I come from, it's 11th of October. An injustice is taking place, the Libra energy. We have to get off the fence and pick a side. 8 or 26 again. So it's an important number It's also for the lads, colon and prostate issues. For all of us, it is partnerships, open enemies, and legal matters. Pisces, unconditional love, but no commitment as yet. An improvement in emotional life. Unfinished business, fire sign energy. Somebody who acts in haste, who will repent at leisure. There'll be no peace for the wicked. We have to stand up and fight. There are those who are blind who now see. This could be a bit of a nightmare, but we've got to pick an option. We're narrowing down our options. The dragon could be important. 7 months, but we have no choice now. We have to stand up, and the miracles then can happen. Stay positive in mind. The hero seems to be coming. I keep saying it. Someone out of the blue enters your life, possibly. Someone who is many things to many people, or a collector of hats. It's someone that could possibly work with blades, disc, cups or wood. So that would be anything from a hairdresser to a surgeon, a barista to someone who works with large vats of liquid, coins or circular saws, or joiners and lumberjacks. It's the miracle that's about to happen. It's the Gemini energy. It's been saying that for so long. Midsummer, 21st of June. The hands, arms, shoulders, siblings, children, school days, the colour yellow. Communication, Mercury. 1 and 28. So the only negative we've got is the injustice. Legal matters that don't go our way. Yeah, it got as good as it was getting, and unfortunately when it gets to that stage it's so much harder to keep it there. So there is happiness, bliss that can be found. 10 months, maybe you're having a holiday with the family. You have to come out of your mental prison that you've made for yourself, where your ego or your inner child is saying this is not how it's meant to be. No, it's not, and we know it's not. So we have to make it the way it should be, by any means. No longer trapped, no longer overthinking things. There will be a celebration, a reunion perhaps. The power of the three, the maiden, the mother of the crone, the three Norns, and Archangel Michael coming out to bat for us. He is the finder of lost souls. He is the greatest warrior that ever was, and he protects us. So Michael, Libra energy, he stands for justice. It's not a fire sign, though it's got fire on the card, so that means he's going to set things alight. There is lies, deceit and theft in the next week, and there will be no success. So we may suffer defeats. Remember, you need equal reciprocity. If you're not getting anything back from a situation, it's time to step away. Because there are those who see when they're shown, and those who will never see. So we're going to have to leave some people behind. And there is the children. It's all about the future and the past. Fond memories of the past, looking at videos, photographs, memories. There is no communication, so there might be an internet outage or something might be blocked. Again, the military, those in uniform, those of a darker complexion. No improvements in finance and career right now. Children, especially Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, and if I had to pick any, it would be Taurus. So Taurus is the 21st of April to the 21st of May. The Virgo is 21st of August to the 21st of September. And Capricorn is the 20th of December, the 20th of January. So problems there with children or immature energies. Hands itching. Hopefully that's a good sign, because being money coming. So Gibo then. Should know it off by heart by now, but we read it. Why? Because there might be something that we missed along the way. Sorry, tired. Odin, Wednesday, and Thor, Thursday. The All-Father, who hung himself from a tree for 9 days so that he could gain the knowledge from the Norns' fate. Gifu brings credit and honour which support one's dignity. It furnishes help and sustenance to all broken men, devoid of aught else. So, if you're feeling broken, this is for you. The letter G. Gifts, generosity, and help from those who are in need are signified by Gibo. Gibo is also said to indicate love, perhaps more general sense of charity. There we are, the unconditional love coming from others. Where's my Pisces card? It's in there somewhere. There he is. Unconditional love, but it's not about commitment. Oxen, so Taurus, well done Spirit, make an appearance with Gibo because cattle were the measures of wealth amongst the early people of Northern Europe. Another concept intimately connected with that of generosity is that of boundary markers. So put your boundaries in place. Force fields up. In other words, being overly generous can also be a bad thing. In addition, you must recognise your own boundaries as important as knowing how much to give. So boundaries in place, force fields up. This is about your innate talents or abilities that can be taken as gifts from the gods. This is the first rune of the series not to have an inverted meaning. Take things at face value. Both Odin and Thor are symbolically associated with Gibo. Its significance is knowing one's boundaries and swearing to abide by contracts that link the rune with Thor. We must not abide by contracts made under duress, though. The thunder god, whose job it was to preserve order in the universe. Odin being, but if we preserve it as it is, we stagnate. Odin, being the archetypal king, was expected to give generous gifts to his followers in order to reward them for their loyalty. So people being bought, somebody buying your loyalty. He possessed a marvellous armouring called Draupnir, which replicated itself into 8 other identical every 9th night. So 9 nights seems to be important. His precious objects were then distributed as it pleased him. Gibo has thus gained an extra interpretation as a valuable ornament. In his song, Odin warns that it's better not to ask than to overpledge, as a gift demands a gift. This verse speaks both of making hasty promises and of casting enchantment. In both cases, a price must be paid, so caution should be the watchword. The giving and receiving of gifts has been important in every society, as a gesture of mutual respect and a symbol of fondness. The custom is meant to bind people together. This may be why we still mark affectionate letters with an X, to denote a kiss, while in previous ages, when most people were illiterate, documents were signed with an X to signify an acceptance of a contract or agreement, bringing the aspect of the relationship to the fore. Gibo signifies both the donor and the recipient of a gift. All should be well as long as there are conditions on both parties, knowing their limits of the agreement. Even if nothing material is currently given, the payment for the gift may come in the form of a simple gratitude. But if that is withheld, resentment and quarrels will be the result. The same applies to the giver. A present should be given and an open heart, otherwise the giver will feel forced into obligation and the recipient will feel worthless. With Gibo, it is certain that you will feel honour bound to help someone out very soon. However, it is important to judge exactly how much help you should give. After all, if you're too generous, then this needy person will become over-reliant upon you. If you are not generous enough, however, you could be considered a skinflint and your reputation will suffer. So, we don't give to receive, but we're certainly no doormats either. 11th house, about chaos, order, Pandora's box, hope. The legs and ankles, social tribal gatherings, the workplace, the colour deep yellow, group activities, society, friends, hopes, wishes, aspirations, and a social consciousness. The 11th house is where the personal sense of identity is extended to the greater group, the extended family, a professional class, a tribe or race. This is the house of group interaction, organised society, where a social consciousness is developed. The rules governing human conduct are examined, and if necessary, the change is effected. As such, the planets in the 11th house describe how well or otherwise a person fits into society. So look at what sign you've got in your 11th house. Isolated introspective signs and planets find it difficult to move beyond the confines of their own self in order to mix in the wider group, whilst outgoing signs and planets quickly embrace its extension of self. Traditionally, the 11th house is also the domain of hopes and wishes. It is what is envisioned and aspired to for the good of society. For those with social awareness, the dream is for the good of the community. But for those who have not yet developed a sense of social integration, all dreams are centered around self. Saturn in Libra. This placement may have difficulty relating to others. Coolly objective with infinite patience, it holds back from intimacy and is lonely as a consequence. So isolated and alone is how we may feel from society, or for some parts of society, should I say. Mercury, there it is. The lack of communication, where's he gone? On that enemy. And the enemy may well be within. 3. The number 3, so tomorrow could be, tomorrow could be important. And it's the magician. So, the hero, the miracle man, number 3. So we've got 1, 2 and 3. If you want to tell people the truth, you must make them laugh, otherwise they will kill you. The name Oscar, Kim and Wilde could be important. Mercury, the planet of intelligence and talking, is the closest planet to the Sun, making it the fastest planet to move through the zodiac. The Mercury card suggests you must put effort behind your talk. So put your money where your mouth is. Don't be all mouth and no trousers. The god Mercury is the Roman counterpart of the Greek god Hermes. So parcels, but we know parcels and messages are going astray. Wings on his heels and on his hat. Connected to everything associated with the mind. Quick wit, brevity, mental flights, trickery, inspiration. Trickery we have with the Ace of Swords, lies, deceit. They're going for my throat and it's done me in. And also movement, as in moving ahead, and also transit. Mercury gives poetry to the imagination, so look where it is in the current chart, where it belongs in your chart. Since the gods Mercury and Hermes are related to the Egyptian god Thoth, which is the start of the tarot. I have got a Thoth deck, I will maybe pull a card later on. God of writings, patrons of scribes, and those who work as divine mediators and interpreters. So, interpretation, mediation. God Mercury and his counterparts also have very much to do with magic and medicine. When it comes to the body, Mercury rules the eyes, the brain, the nerves, as well as the fingers and toes. In ancient Greece, Hermes was the god of roads and transportation and was the son of Apollo. So Apollo, number 11, which we've got with the High Priestess, which is the one that sticks in my head. The moon landings, which rules Persephone. Neil Armstrong, Buzz Aldridge, those names could mean something. Neil Armstrong, Aldridge, Buzz. This makes sense, Mercury being the closest planet to the Sun. Mercury is also a comedian and can be a bit of a trickster, and just when the energy seems to be flowing one way, Mercury will change the direction. Right, we add Mercury is spontaneous and insanely flexible, so insanity. Mercury is the wisdom and the stupidity found in intelligence. When it is not connected to the heart or feelings, Mercury maximizes imagination, but can also symbolize the liar when it comes to double talk and mixed meaning. It's the planet of gaslighting. What did I say at the beginning? Causing purposeful confusion in minds of others to gain something not really deserved. So don't let them in your head. Start clearing your head out. Think clearly. However, Mercury shows how mentally sharp and flexible we are, our mental range and how eloquent. Mercury tends to be chatty and superficial and into playing games, so they will change words or use words against you. Psychological games and other types of puzzles. Mercury governs friendly relationships and Freudian slips. So a friend may say something that they say is a mistake, but actually it's true, or they say it in jest. But it is their real thoughts and their real feelings. When Mercury card presents itself in a reading, it is time to use all of your mental faculties to get your point across. Words and how you use them are very significant. It will mark a period where you either have to talk your way into or out of a sticky situation. Whatever the reason or occurrence, how you communicate through writing or speaking is of utmost importance. Again, what Persephone's told us. Composition, writing or editing will figure in. It is not a time to stay static or sit still. Beware of gossip and other people's scandals and don't spread it yourself. Keep your own counsel. Loose lips sink ships. The important thing to remember is that what you say in this situation can and will and may be used against you in evidence in a court of law. So choose your words wisely. The planet Mercury also rules over technology, so the internet. So if your question is about career or job, you can be certain that you need to master some new form of technology. So I might have to do my reads on CB radio at this rate. Since Mercury is the planet of speed, you can expect to see fast developments. Regarding romance or relationships, It will mean that friendship is the best option for now. His time is not yet ripened to enter a relationship with that person, so no commitment. You may attract partners and perhaps friends who are non-emotional, highly rational and objective. These lovers or friends may be offended by some flip remark or joking over a serious matter. You may become involved with someone who double talks and is witty, but who does not emotionally connect. This is also the card of brothers and sisters as well as twins. Now marks the period which involves observation, reasoning, taking things apart, putting it back together as they were or in your own order. It is time of flighty emotions and matters developing quickly. Mercury also signifies travel, maps, and staying in motion. They've been talking about maps for ages, haven't they? So you may be going on a trip, a more noteworthy vacation than the usual trips you take. The matter in question is best served by using intellect, weighing up the matter, being reasonable, and also being spontaneous in your responses. Codes and forms of magic will also figure in. Mercury brings keen awareness to use your mind and what you know to the fullest in this matter. And there it is, the Oak, the number 1. So we have the hero 3 times. There he is, there he is, there he is. The Oak, the doorway, strength and journey. We had the door yesterday as well. We are going on a new journey, and you are being judged now to see whether you can pass through to this new era, this new cycle. Are you ready for this adventure? This is not going to be a smooth ride. There's our acorn. The Celtic knot in the background is called the Dara. The knot is said to represent the root system, so your ancestors, of the oak, and symbolises strength, endurance and wisdom. Strength and wisdom. The Ogam writing around the circle reads, "Enter the world of the fairy." The mighty oak, the gateway to other worlds, is known as the doorway, the threshold between worlds, where Persephone sits, on the threshold. You must not take this lightly, as the oak energy is very powerful. You must always walk this path with a pure heart and intent, because if you don't, you simply won't be given access. Spirit can see into the heart of your soul. There is no escaping or trying to be something that you're not. Whenever you're in need of strength and stability, you can call on the oak. Are you taking on too much and struggling on regardless? It may be a time where you need to realize your limits and be gentle with yourself. The oak is about endurance and stamina. You have to look at what cost. Oak will help you move from a stagnant place, which is where we are, or show you that you are moving just ever so gently toward your goal. So just as the acorn slowly becomes a tree and continues to grow at a slow and steady pace, the acorn energy is also great to call on for fertility of any kind, and especially new ideas and projects. So if you've suffered a miscarriage, go and hug an oak tree. Lastly, the oak is invaluable when in need of answers or seeking information. Remember that it's connected to our ancestors, and call upon the collective wisdom to guide you when you are lost or in need of clarity. Oak will help you sift through the overwhelming amount of knowledge available to us all at this time and give you exactly what you need at the right time. So watch out for the synchronicities. There's no such thing as a coincidence where spirit is concerned, and they're trying to give you clues and messages. So animals, birds, insects, doing random things. We're talking about the 13 now, which is Halloween, 31st of October. So October time could be important. Samhain, 31st of October, is the Celtic cross-quarter holiday that welcomes the beginning of winter. It is a time when the veil, oh there they go, did you see them flick the lights, is thin between the wilds of the unseen and the seen. The ancestors and spirits of the dead are honoured. Their wisdom and messages are sought. Jack-o'-lantern, so the name Jack, will light the path for those who travel through the veil and protect against any evil or mischievous spirits that might be abroad. However, we have the reverse. Yeah, something has spooked you, perhaps on a subconscious level. Do an inner journey to find protective ancestors to help you interpret your fears. So the ancestors need you to ask them for help. Mystery ancestors. Throat's going, they're taking my voice away. Deepening, I embody the wisdom of my ancestors. What is it that the spirits of the dead require of you? And it is to honour them. What have we got here? Mandrake. 17 in reverse, which would be the Aquarius card, which is the 11th house. So, Alice and Jack then, and Joshua. And we've got Saturn here, which is in the dice. We've got Mars, which is war, and we've got Venus, which is love. Love and war, which is what they said in that one, isn't it? Well done, Spirit. So, there we go. Mandrake, in all its forms, is a deeply magical plant. So there it is, Mandrake. Pause it and look at it. Take a screenshot of it if you need to. It will help with your own grimoire. It's the love of magic, fertility, lust, protection, and famous for witches' flying ointment. As chemically it contains alkaloid-rich deliriants of scopolamine, hyoscyamine, and atropine, mixed in a salve with other poisonous plants, particularly with those of the nightshade family. It aids witches to fly on the Sabbath, so it's hallucinogenic, one would think. But care must be used in the dosage and application. So, like the plants of the nightshade family, the mandrake has 5-petal flower that evokes the powers of the witch's pentagram, protection, and associated with the planet Venus, which is Taurus, which we've got in the cards, moving in a 5-pointed pattern, which is the pentacle, and the protection that Archangel Michael gives us with the earth and sun. While there are several non-nightshade plants claiming the name of mandrake, including English mandrake, better known as white bryony, so the name bryony could be important, American mandrake, better known as mayapple, and even Asian mandrake, another name for ginseng. True mandrake varieties are the nightshade family and Mandragora genus. While considering a sacred magical herb with associations today with Hecate, so the crossroads, Diana, which is the huntress, so Sagittarius, Hermes and Mercury, which we've already mentioned, which is the messenger, and Aphrodite. It has always had a sinister reputation due to human-like shape, which would often be crafted into dolls or puppets, referring to an alarum or mannequin. So don't be someone's puppet. Break the shackles. That's the master puppeteer, the devil, uh, pulling on your strings. The spirit of the root was said to draw within, in a way a witch could fare forth into the world of spirit by animating a root doll capable of doing the witch's bidding. So avoid any drugs, like she said, don't put anything into your mouth like that. Conferring protection and blessing upon the household or smiting enemies. The doll is often clothed and regularly fed and watered, wine, milk, or blood, empowering it to perform these duties. Law tells us that Mandrake is created by the fallen semen of the hanged man, oh my God, at the gallows, and that when dug, its screams can kill a human, invoking the idea of enticing a hungry dog tied to the loose root to rip it out of the ground by placing meat just outside of its reach. Thus the dog bears the scream's deadly sound, not the human harvesting it. So some of you may find an abandoned dog, and you don't need to go close. Just put the meat somewhere that it can smell it. While there is truth to dying when unearthing a mandrake, we can attest to the shifting of energy in a space where mandrake is reported or dug up, releasing its magical presence. A pinch of mandrake root is a powerful catalyst for any spell, bringing an intense force to make things happen. Its use in fertility, magic, and medicine, as well as love and lust. It's biblical, with a reference in Genesis 30:14 and 16, the Song of Songs 7:12 and 13. Its baneful nature makes it useful in domination and cursing as well as protection, though the otherworldly qualities grant the power of flight and vision, so escape. It can also use to confer invisibility. So, Mandrake guides us to walk the path of magic, the path of the witch, and seek the mystery in the hidden and the dark places. Embrace who we truly are, and ask yourself, how are you using your magic? The Mandrake, so your magic is your thoughts and words, remember. Greenwood, sorcerer. Now, Greenwood was mentioned in the song yesterday. Aligned with the wisdom of the gallows, the hanged man's mysteries, and the depths of earth, grave to be reborn. The mandrake makes a sign of the sorcerer with both hands, reminding us the witch's power to both bless and curse, while also offering protection from such curses. So, the magician casting his spells. Mandrake tells us that we might be delirious or unrooted and not seeing things clearly or acting in the right way for us. So you must repeat to yourself, I am a magical creature and I am capable of anything. So be careful. That was an interesting one. Let's see where it leads us. Thanks for listening.